What's good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we're back here for another one. As always, I'm joined by the Jason Taylor to my Zach Thomas, EMdolphinfan. What's good, homie?
What's good, homie? Fins Nation, what's good?
Upgraded,
what's good, Fins Nation?
Upgraded the look once more a little bit, bro.
Oh yeah. Let's get into this, baby.
Got the left arm of God over my head right now.
The man,
the myth, the legend.
Man, I tell you, bro, I cannot wait to see this dude get on the field, bro. Oh, I can't wait.
Well, I hope he gets on the field, right?
I think he will. But to be honest with you, bro, it still hadn't really officially set in yet. I don't know. Maybe
it hasn't because you're also worried about whether there's also going to be a season to begin with.
That as well. But I think once that 21 drops and I get to use him, I get to play with him on my team, smash a few folks, I think it'll set in at that point. But still kind of hadn't set in yet, man.
Oh, you're just waiting for the Madden. That'll make you. You're not even waiting.
You already know what it is.
You already know what it is. Right under the man. Let me line it up with his actual number one. There you go.
Yes, sir. That's our guy.
And that's why we got him plastered. We go with the new age GOAT or the old age GOAT on this channel. It's either Danny Boy or Tua.
Absolutely.
Pick your poison, bro.
Absolutely.
So, do you want to hop right into the? I guess considering we were just talking about whether there could be a season this year. What do you think about the fact that now the NFL has announced and they sent out a memo, basically all the teams that they want to create tiers and kind of manage the access to facilities that all these teams have. So basically, what this does is the memo mandates that teams divide their organizations into tiers that define where personnel can go and what they can do. The tiers are designed to limit access to restricted areas such as the practice and stadium field, sidelines, locker room, and training rooms to essential personnel only. Teams must assign tiers to all their employees who wear a tiered photograph credential to spell out their access.
This is
better not screw up our training. I feel like this is gonna screw up our whole training camp.
It might, bro. It might. But at least you see the NFL, they have a plan in place, in which I fully anticipated this, but like I expressed my concern. My major concern is what's happening outside the NFL, not necessarily what's going on internally. I fully anticipated them to have a plan in place, for the season. But, I think this particular plan can work. But again, my major concern are the things that's happening outside the NFL and in the world in general, as opposed to anything NFL related internally. So, but it's good to see this article that they're getting out ahead of everything and that their plans are to move full speed ahead with the season. But we'll just see how things play out, bro. We'll see how things play out.
Well, the thing is, and we kind of discussed this a couple shows ago when I discussed how extensive that bubble's going to be. Me and you had a private conversation again today, and we kind of went further into depth of how extensive that would have to be, to the point where basically if you work for an organization, if you're the guy who folds the towels, or if you're the pilot or the staff on the team's personal chartered plane, you would basically, everyone associated with that organization, you would basically have to quarantine them for the span of training camp, preseason, and the regular season, the playoffs, if they make it, et cetera, et cetera. Therefore, if every organization does that, you'd also have to do with the referees. So, and the personnel, the NFL personnel who's actually going to have to be, it would have to be basically a mass quarantine. And I mean, we talked about this before. Tourism is you can pretty much bank on the fact that it's down right now. So I'm sure a lot of hotels could use the traffic, but you would have to do like basically a mass quarantine with NFL personnel as well as each individual organization from top to bottom for the span. They'd have to stay away from the families for that time, etc. And that would just ensure that even when you're playing people on Sundays and the referees involved and the personnel on the field, they've all been quarantined. So it's all quarantine people around quarantine people. And it has to be a strict thing where if guys are caught sneaking out, if guys are caught breaking, whatever the case may be, you got to go into basically a 2-week quarantine. And if you really want to scare them, say that they're going to have to forfeit, bring in a special order where they would, if they do something like that, not only do you miss the 2 weeks due to the quarantine, but you also miss 2 weeks of pay.
Yeah. Take some of them game checks.
Yeah, so that would be enticing. I mean, that's if you really want to go full throttle with this thing. I'm just suggesting.
But I mean, they should, bro. This. Whatever. This
like
is,
college
this is
football is not happening, but I think they're going to make a way for the NFL because I don't know if you guys follow the NHL at all, but a bunch of Tampa Bay Lightning basically because the NHL is getting ready to come back in July with I believe it's a 22-team playoff format, and what they've done is the Tampa Bay Lightning, a ton of the team, a ton of the staff, they got diagnosed. They shut down facilities, and the NHL is basically taking a hard stance, saying they're not changing with their plans to move forward with the 22-man playoff. So I think if a team like that is doing, when you look at the grand scale of things, financially they're well below the NFL and the NBA and Major League Baseball. And if they're taking that kind of stance, what are the big boys going to take, right?
Yeah. They need to definitely set those rules. They need to iron out those rules and make them very clear to the players, not only players, but any personnel that break, those team.
You're fired.
Sanctions.
You're fired.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Because you're putting people's health in jeopardy. It's not just like
you're on the staff.
It's just not like you're. Yeah, exactly. It's not like you're at the Super Bowl where players break curfew and they're going out there trying to solicit whatever, getting into extracurricular activities, I should say. Yeah. This is putting people's health in jeopardy. So they need to have some kind of harsh sanctions in place and let everyone know and be firm and clear about if you violate these rules and regulations that we've placed upon every team within, league wide, that penalty should be harsh. So it should be, not only the quarantine, obviously, but it should be, you need to take some of the game check from them as well. So, but it's good. Again, this is encouraging to see. It's good to see the NFL. If anybody can pull this off, it will be the NFL because they've got unlimited amount of resources to do whatever they want to do. This is encouraging to see that they have a plan in place.
I believe that the NFL right now is probably spending a large abundance of money that none of us can even fathom right now to come down with a proper protocol to make sure that this season happened because we talked about it earlier. Yeah, the number has come out that without fans in the stands, they're going to lose about a $3 billion revenue, but they still had a $19 billion overall revenue last year. So if you take that $3 billion off, that's still $16 billion in revenue money that's sitting there that needs to be gained, right? Yeah. And like I said, you're not going to make it that full $3 billion, but you could make up a small little nugget of it if you just you know what you do is you just make the advertisements more expensive, especially when you get to the playoffs. You just make championship game spots all of a sudden they cost a little bit more money, and you make the Super Bowl spots astronomical because everyone's going to be at home anyways.
But they could, I'm not necessarily concerned about having fans in the stand. I mean, I obviously can't pack the house, but they can have to recoup some of that $3 billion that they would potentially lose at the door. They can have a certain amount of fans, in the stands because they're nowhere near, team personnel or anything like that. That's another reason why I believe they created those tiers, those tier levels, to have, the access that you could potentially have to the team. The fans are going to be nowhere near the players or any staff or anything like that. So, they can still, I think, again, I don't think they can pack the house, but they can have, maybe, I don't know, 20,000, maybe 30. I heard where a plan is in place to to where they were going to let, like, I think it's up to 30 or 35,000 maybe, to keep they can have about 35,000 fans in the stand and pretty much keep them, safe distances, amongst each other. So I'm not worried about that, but yeah, it's good. It's encouraging to see. Hopefully, again, things calm down in the world and we get back to some sense of normalcy to where we can move forward with the season. But it's encouraging to see they have a plan in place, and it looks like, it could be a successful plan. So we'll see how this all unfolds in the coming months.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see because I know so many of us are just itching for not even the season, for training camp alone, right? Like, we just want that itch to be scratched so bad.
Something,
not only,
bro. Not only something.
Kind of did this.
There's no basketball
too, a little bit.
No basketball, bro. Not much of a baseball fan, but no Major League Baseball. Nothing, bro. And all people are doing is just sitting on social media all day long because, still a good portion of the, the population is still unemployed. And it's just the mainstream media they keep pumping out all this negativity and people are just consuming it because there's nothing else to distract them. So, yeah, I think just sports in general, hopefully the NBA season, they can, their plan, they can move forward with their plan that they have in place. And that'll be a good break away from, this craziness that's going on in the world, bro. And then hopefully, ultimately, the football season start on time and we can have at least a decent season. So, but if we don't, man, it's going to be, crazy. So,
yes, sir.
We'll see how it unfolds, bro.
Let's get into a couple of two interesting non-Dolphins topics. Let's start off with someone who a lot of people have been talking about lately, Jamal Adams. So I'll show people the video. Basically, what happened was a fan saw Jamal Adams driving here, and
I wonder where that was. I wonder where they were at.
I have no idea. But he yelled at him, "Hey, why don't you come to Dallas?" And he said, "I'm trying, bro." So I'll just show people so people can see what's really at work here.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, you coming to Dallas? All right.
There you go, bro.
They might be in Dallas Fort Worth. They might be, bro. That's why when I saw the video, I said, I wonder where they at. But yeah, he's trying to get to the Cowboys. That's his favorite team, I think. I think he's originally from Texas as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think he is as well.
If I'm not mistaken.
But, bro, there's further progress on this today where it's report Jamal Adams wants to play for the Cowboys so much that he might be willing to table extension talks just to end up there.
Well, so there goes that possibility of him coming to South Florida.
Yeah, that ain't happening. I think
that's not happening, bro.
It was already slim with trading in the division, but now it seems this guy wants to go there. And if you want my honest opinion, it seems like this guy, once he gets there, he's going to get paid, but he's going to take a team-friendly deal to stay there.
And I haven't heard anything as far from the Cowboys on this particular
They wanted
situation.
him. They tried to trade for him last year, but the Jets wanted way too much last year.
But you still haven't paid your quarterback. You have this major pressing issue with your franchise quarterback, alleged franchise quarterback, and you're entertaining the possibility of trading for this guy. You're going to have to give up draft capital in addition to giving him a huge contract. And you still haven't paid your quarterback yet. I don't blame Dak Prescott, to be honest with you. I'm telling you. You paid all these other individuals. You paid Zeke. You paid Jalen Smith. You paid Amari Cooper. You paid everybody but me. And I'm the one that's been on a discount, since, fourth round salary. So you've had me at a discount for 4 years. And you paid all these other individuals, and now you're entertaining trading and paying this guy. Oh, I would be taking the exact same approach that Dak Prescott has taken with the Dallas Cowboys as far as my contract negotiations. I can imagine how frustrated he is. So, but I love Jamal Adams as a player, but that's an expensive pill to swallow, bro. From our perspective, draft capital in addition to paying this guy. Again, love the player. Think he would be he'd be a good fit in our overall scheme, but that's expensive. That's an expensive pill to swallow.
Too is they could trade off pieces.
Yeah, that's a possibility. They could do that, but you need to solidify your quarterback first. That's what you need to do before you start entertaining these other possibilities, bro. I don't know what I don't know what it is about Dak Prescott that Jerry Jones just won't. And I'm not saying Dak is worth all of that money. I'm not saying that, but that's just he's in a position. It's the nature. It's the way the game is played, and that's how business is conducted in the NFL in 2020. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on there. Is it some personal issues? I have no idea. But Dak, man, I can understand why he's not budging as far as a team-friendly deal. I would, man, please. You've given all these other players all this money, and you entertaining, trading, and paying another guy top dollar? No, absolutely not. No, you're gonna give me my money. You're gonna pay me my money.
So today, perfect segue, because today Dak Prescott signed his $31.4 million franchise tender with the Cowboys, and they still do have until July 15th to work out a new deal. And I believe how the franchise tag works. Can't they franchise him 2 years in a row, EM? They could hit him with it next year.
2 years, 2 years.
So realistically, they have him probably for at least another year.
He's going that Kirk Cousins route. Kirk Cousins bet on himself and signed 2 years of franchise tags when he was at Washington, and then ultimately they had to let him go.
Well, this puts him in the This puts him in the top. What is it, 6 or 7 paid? I think he's in the top. No, he's in the top 5 paid quarterbacks now, isn't he? Right now,
He should be. Yeah, he should. Yeah, he should be. He should be.
He's right under Russell Wilson money, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
I don't blame him.
Which is proper because he shouldn't be paid more than Russell. To be honest with you, I don't even think he's worth $31.4 million.
No, not at all. But I'm just going by that's the nature of the business of the game.
Oh, agreed.
2020.
100%.
I'm not saying he's worth that.
It's what the market tells you, right?
I'm not saying he's worth that, but I'm just saying that's how business is conducted in 2020. And again, I think that's why Dak is frustrated. Why he's taking a position that he has taken is because you paid everyone. You broke the bank and set the market for everybody else, and Dak Prescott is their best player.
DeMarcus set the market. Ezekiel
Elliott. He gave a big contract to Jalen Smith, and then you gave $100 million. You gave $100 million. Why would you give Amari Cooper $100 million? You can make an argument that he's not even their best receiver now. Michael Gallup clearly had a better season than him last year.
Well, they both had 1,000-yard. They both had 1,000-yard seasons, though. In all fairness.
Oh, both of them had 1,000 last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but
that's why people are loving on Dak more, because last year he was able to produce 2,000-yard receivers in one season, right?
But they're comparable. But
Gallup's good. And what's crazy is Gallup took a couple games to come on. Gallup was slow for the first 4 games, and then he started coming on, right? So,
and then you select a wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb. I would have been trying to.
Why pay Amari?
Exactly. I would have been trying to flip him, trade him.
Now they're gonna have to flip Gallup, because they're not going to be able to afford Gallup when they have to pay him.
Exactly.
They're going to want to keep CeeDee Lamb, and they're going to be tied into the last year or 2 of Amari's deal.
Thank God Jerry Jones don't own the Dolphins. That's all I can say.
The only thing I like about Amari Cooper to me is just a really, really great route runner. Other than that, I don't other than that, I don't think he's elite. I think he's he's a very, very, very good route runner. Mm-hmm. I think you could if people wanted to call him an elite route runner, I'm not going to argue you, but that's the only thing he does. You know what I mean? And like,
he's a good player. I put him in that tier along with the Stephon Diggs, the Adam Thielens, the the Chris Goodwins of the world. I put him in that tier of receiver. $100 million? Absolutely not. I'm totally blown away by when they gave him that size of a contract. But he's a good player, very good wide receiver. But I just don't understand. You allocate all of that money and you still haven't solidified your best player. Whether you agree with it or not, in my opinion, Dak Prescott is their best player, and you just refusing to pay him what the market.
It was Ezekiel till he didn't bring his game back from Cabo.
Yeah. So I think that was the first mistake they made. I would have told Zeke, stay your behind in Cabo. He would have saw it inside the Dallas Stadium again, not in a Cowboys uniform, maybe playing for somebody else, but I would have traded away Ezekiel Elliott if it was me. So I'm just not in the business of breaking the bank with running backs. Unless you're like a Marshall Faulk or a Adrian Peterson, a prime Adrian Peterson type of player. And Ezekiel Elliott clearly is not in that category, and he never will be. So that was their first biggest mistake, in my opinion.
Or a prime LT.
Exactly.
Or prime Ricky. Let's be honest.
Prime Ricky. Exactly. Yeah. If he could just stay off the weed. If he could have just stayed off the weed. Yeah, absolutely. I'm making that investment. But Ezekiel, no disrespect to the player, very good player. But no, I'm not paying. That was their first mistake. So. And then you saw the production you got at a 4th-round pick that you selected in last year's draft. How he produced this year. Played extremely well.
Havoc One wants to know how are the Cowboys playing all these players. It's because the thing that people don't talk about is, guys, Ezekiel Elliott, and who was the lineman? There was a lineman. Was it Zach Martin? Who was the lineman that they just signed to that deal last year?
No, Leal Collins.
Leal Collins and Ezekiel Elliott, literally about 2 or 3 months ago, you guys can look it up, they already have restructured their deals 1 year into them. That's how Jerry Jones, for as much flack as people give him, he is a master manipulator of the cap. And it's one thing, Omar Kelly, as much as people want to hate Omar Kelly, he is right. The cap is just a number. You can play within enough where you can create what you want to create, right?
That's why I don't necessarily buy into the narrative of you can't win in this league if you're paying your quarterback top dollar. I've never bought into that, and I never will. Even though statistics show that, since quarterbacks, have been consuming 15% of a team's salary cap, no team has won a Super Bowl. I understand that, but I think that's all about to change soon. It's all about the cap. The cap goes up, it fluctuates it goes up every year. You can always manipulate, and it's all about the structure of the deal. You know what I mean? How you structure the deal. So, but
yeah, like guys, this is what you're gonna do. So and I haven't looked into the specifics. So here's a perfect example. If you're gonna, you got a quarterback right now, and you're gonna sign someone to a long-term deal for you. Here, look at it this way. If I'm gonna sign someone 2 years before Tua is up to get paid, so it's in Tua's 3rd year, I'm signing someone. So I have Tua's 4th year and his 5th year option, and then he's got to get paid. Okay. If I'm going to go sign a big free agent in Tua's 3rd year, okay, what I'm going to do is, let's say I'm signing this person to a 4-year deal. I'm going to front load that deal the first 2 years. So the back 2 are not as bad when I got to go and I got to re-up Tua. Same thing with Tua. If I'm gonna try and structure my roster before Tua comes up, where I have all these contracts coming in onto the back half for the first 2 or 3 years of Tua's contract. So that means I can fill that void by front loading Tua's contract, so I can continue to keep everyone in place. That's how you want to. You basically want to get the pieces in place before your quarterback comes up. Get those deals signed so they're front loaded, and the front loading is done when Tua's first year kicks in. So then the first 2 or 3 years you can front load Tua's on the back end of those other years, right? So now when Tua gets into the back half of of his contract, those other guys are coming up, and now you repeat. You front load them. And then when they come up on the low end back half, Tua comes back up, repeat if he's still worth it. That's how you manipulate. That's just a simplistic way of looking of how you manipulate the cap if you can.
Exactly. And I think people, in terms of that narrative, people, and they always point to New England. Well, look at New England. Tom Brady gave up money that helped them win. No, I think that they are a product of, they've got the most accomplished player, arguably the best quarterback ever, and they arguably have the best coach ever. Okay, so New England's an anomaly. So we'll never see that dynamic again. Well, hopefully we see it repeated in South Florida, but I think people always point, well, look at Tom Brady, look at New England. No. It's all about the structure of the contract, okay? In my opinion. So, but thank God we're not in that situation right now, man. Thank God, bro. And if you look at how, like you just pointed out, Reason, look at how they structured Xavier Howard's deal. They front loaded the first 2 years of it. Byron Jones's contract, they front loaded the first 2 years of it. Mm-hmm. So, and those are only 2 mega contracts we have on our roster right now, I think. Yeah. So they front loaded all of it. They'll have that flexibility in 2 years when you have your Mike Gesicki's, you have your not Tua, but Mike Gesicki's and these other players that are coming up for extensions. You still maintain that flexibility on the back end. So, but again, in my opinion, it's all about the structure.
If you look at it, the scary thing too, you got to take into account is, and this is why you might not get crazy spending in 4 years, is because you got 3 first-rounders this year and you got 2 firsts next year. If those all hit, that's going to be a decent chunk of change. Because even just on the rookie contracts, they account for decent little small chunk of change. You know what I mean? Like they make Tua is making more than Jordan Howard right now. You know what I mean? So that's the other thing you got to be smart. If those 5 hit, those are going to be 5 decent, especially with the quarterback being one of them. Who knows? Like if Austin Jackson hits, that's a left tackle. That's prime money. Because if he ain't going to get it here, you can go get it somewhere else. Right? And who knows what next year's going to bring in terms of what the positions are. So, I mean, and let's say we get a Panay Sewell or someone else that we shift to the right. All of a sudden, you got 2 big prime tackles, one that can play left, another one who can play left or right, who are going to be lined up for big paydays along with your quarterback. So that's why you got to be smart with your money and in terms of watching how your prospects develop and grow, because you got to recognize out of the 5 first-round picks that come out of these 2 years, not including the one that could come out the year after, et cetera, how much money am I going to have to set aside for these 2 draft classes alone? Because then we got Robert Hunt, we got Raekwon Davis, we got Curtis Weaver, guys who we expect in 2 or 3 years could be legitimate impact players if they are properly groomed and developed. So we got even later round guys that we could end up having to pay one day, because if Curtis Weaver brings any semblance of the elite because let's be honest, you get into the analytics, you get into the film, besides Chase, who's the second best pass rusher, who's the second most elite pass rusher in this draft? It was Curtis Weaver, bro.
Curtis Weaver. And
if he brings a semblance of that game to the NFL, that guy's going to be making money. You know why? Because he's going to be a consistent double-digit sack guy. And that's money.
But that's why the priority, since the NFL implemented this hard salary cap, that's why the priority should always be on finding those players in the draft. And the free agency should always be used to supplement your team and not build it. And as we've seen in the past, unfortunately, the past 15, 20 years, with this organization, they've taken the opposite route. They try to bring all these big names in, and guys that weren't necessarily scheme fit to what you're doing. They come from a different system, different scheme, and you're investing all this money in these players and trying to fit them in to what you like to do when they weren't necessarily ideal scheme fits, and they try to build their team through free agency. That's the Mike Tannenbaum philosophy. No, the approach should always be prioritizing the draft, the 7 rounds, and UDFAs. That should always be, because you keep replenishing your roster with this young talent because of it's expensive. I mean, that's the nature of the NFL, and these players should be getting paid. But again, you only have a certain amount of money under the salary cap to pay your top guys. And so again, that should always be the approach. And I love the philosophy of this organization moving forward. They've clearly demonstrated that the priority is always and always will be moving forward is on the draft. So, man, I just thank God we don't have those issues right now, bro. I so glad, bro.
So did you see what happened with Dallas Goedert, bro? The Dallas tight end?
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Let's show people if they didn't happen to catch what went down, because it was kind of crazy. So, guys,
tough to look at, man.
I'll show you guys it here. Dallas Goedert, you're gonna see him come around here, guys, and he got cold cocked, bro. He got sucker punched, and I'll show you guys what happened, because there is progress in the story. That's why. So you see, he's right here, and he gets knocked right, like that man. He ain't moving. He ain't moving, and a big scrap. But like one more time, right here, over with. See you Sunday, because he clearly wasn't looking.
I wonder if that guy was a Cowboy fan, bro. Or a Redskin fan.
That was crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
As if that man don't have concussions on the Sunday, bro.
I know, right? But I read a report where they found the guy and he's been arrested.
Right here. So suspect has been arrested in sucker punch of Eagles Dallas Goedert. A suspect has been arrested and charged with simple assault following a recent incident at a South Dakota bar. The South Dakotans don't play. That led to the hospitalization of Philadelphia Eagles tight end Dallas Goedert. Security video shows that Goedert was sucker punched at the zoo bar. Buddy, animals out on these streets in the zoo bar, bro. In Aberdeen, South Dakota on Friday. A blow that left him unconscious, according to a source. I mean, that was clear to see. So, and it was clear that guys were having a confrontation. One guy's buddy came out of nowhere and said, "Nighty-night."
Protect yourself at all times. All times, man, because you just never know. What if that fool would have pulled up with a gun or something? You know what I mean? God forbid. But, man.
I mean, that guy's lucky that wasn't a stand-your-ground state, because Dallas Goedert probably would have been rolling with people that were strapped, and it would have been a wrap.
Yeah. Protect yourself at all times.
Especially when you're a celebrity, because people are looking to get famous off your name, man, with stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, bro. Yeah, man, that's an unfortunate incident, man. But it's crazy how he totally, man, he knocked that dude in the next week, and he didn't even look that big, bro. He looked like a small dude.
Bro,
like Dallas Goedert 6'5", 260 pounds, bro. And you let that, and I'm not hating on him, I'm just kidding, but the guy really didn't look that big, bro. He must have really totally.
Especially if that guy was, if Dallas Goedert was in the middle of talking and his mouth was open when he came from
the jaw. He totally.
That shock of the bottom hitting the top would have right out, bro.
He totally didn't see that coming, bro. Totally.
Oh, no.
He was just,
definition of a sucker, bro.
Yeah. Totally didn't see that coming. But
did you see that totally off topic?
Oh, man.
A little off topic a little bit. Did you see that guy in Russia like a year ago where these dudes started talking crap to him, and he took out like this one skinny dude, and then he took out like all 4 of his friends in the club in like a matter of like 30 or 40 seconds?
Mm-mm.
Like, he piss pumped all 5 of them, bro. Like, in under a minute, bro. Like, on some straight. If the what's it called? If the oh man, what's it called? The Soviet Union's little. If the KGB didn't exist or does exist, the guy is definitely part of the KGB, bro, because he cleared the room like in a breath, bro. It was crazy. I would go and find it and bring it up, but it's non-football related, so I don't know if people want to see that. But bro, the guy just clears the room, bro. Like, let me see if I can find it.
Wow.
Wow, it's actually the first thing. Oh, sorry.
But hopefully, Dallas Goedert, he didn't sustain any kind of, major injuries as a result of that cowardice move.
Yo, he beat up 7 guys. Right, beat up 7 guys, bro. I found it. It literally popped up. I was just typing in. I found it on Barstool Sports, bro. I'm just waiting for it to load. Bro, you know why he beat them all up? Because one of them bumped into him, bro. So he beat up all 7 of them, bro. Just ended their lives, bro. It was a nightclub. I'll bring up the video. You got to see this, bro, because it's ridiculous. There's another video you can find of this guy, 3 guys in an elevator. They start crap with this one dude, and he just clears them out. This craziness in Russia, bro. All right, peep this. Real life Terminator.
Are you gonna put the video up?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the site to load up. Talk about Dolphins, bro, and entertain the people while I bring this up. Answer some questions, guys. Even though this is non-Dolphins related and totally sidetracked us.
Yeah.
I'll show y'all right now.
To everybody out there in the comment section, what is your mindset on where our team is right now? What are your expectations? How are y'all? What are y'all thoughts on our team, the status of our team right now?
And while y'all
put some comments,
give your answers, we'll watch the video, and then we'll come back and we'll answer, and then we'll get back into the news. Because this is going down right now, bro.
Are you going?
Look at this. Look at this guy, bro. Watch this. Guy bumps him. Takes one guy out. Drops that guy. 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 Look at the body just laying on the ground, bro. Drops the guy on the guy on the couch. Drops the guy for trying to get involved. This is why you never know who you say. Who you gotta always keep in mind of who you're talking to. You never know if you say the wrong thing to someone. Look at all these bodies laid out. This one man's like planking. Look at, they're trying to move him, bro. Look at, that's crazy, huh? Wow.
Protect yourself at all times.
That's why EM's happy. He's happy in the stand your ground state.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? I think everybody should have the right to protect themselves, their families, loved ones. So I'm telling you, man, there are, based off, the private conversations I've shared with you, bro. When I was when I worked at sheriff department. Believe me when I tell you, there are monsters walking among us. I promise you. I'm not going by what I've heard or what I've read. I've seen them and talked with them, engaged with them. There are monsters walking amongst us. So everybody should have their right, bro, to protect themselves. Their loved ones
if people really want to shake themselves to knowledge that's available, you guys could do a local look, and I'm sure you could find the registered sex offenders in your area would probably be more shocking than you would normally assume.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's it's reality. So let's get back into things. So with some sad news, bro. Jim Kiick died at the age of 73. I mean, he had dementia. He was diagnosed with it back in 2017. And again, another patriarch of that 1972 perfect season team. And he also is one of the players that left with Zonka and Warfield to the WFL. That didn't work out, obviously. So obviously me and EM and the whole community here at Inside the NFL want to give our condolences to the whole family and every single friend of Jim Kiick. So sad news.
Yeah, absolutely. Reason, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you. What happened, bro? Give me a chance to try out the solo overlay, guys. Oh, boy. Gotta love it. Look at that, guys. Stepping it up. I want to take this chance again to thank all of y'all who come out here, support us just by even, with your views, with your subscriptions, et cetera, all of you who take the time out of your day to spend some of your night with us. And to the rest of you who take the time to actually go to the PayPal and take money out of your wallet to donate to the channel, I want to let y'all know it ain't nothing but love and respect, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys. So thank you so much, guys.
Sorry about my technical difficulties, bro.
It's all good, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's all good.
All right.
It's all good, man. So, yeah, where were we at there? Before you got cut out there. Anyways, I guess moving on, terrible news. Just awful news you never want to see, especially a legend to one of your favorite franchises pass away. So,
absolutely. He was 79 when he passed?
73. 73.
What was his age?
73. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So, bro.
That's unfortunate.
On a little bit more of a lighter note, our boy was trying to get it in with Shania, bro. When they did that Dolphins Q&A video a couple days ago, he talked about his infatuation with Shania Twain. She actually responded to the video and because he referred to her as his guilty pleasure, and she said, "Guilty pleasure, you should be proud of your good taste," with a laughing face and a kissing emoji. And our boy, what did he do, bro? This man stepped up like Reggie Miller in his prime and shot his shot, bro. And he said, "You're still the one." Attaboy. Using her own music against her, Tua. We salute you, bro. That's that big dick energy of the week right there. Shout out to you, Tua.
Oh, man. I don't know what to say to that. That's a 53-year-old Shania Twain. I could clearly see this maybe 15 years ago, maybe, but I haven't seen Shania Twain though. To be honest with you, I don't know what she looks like now, but
let's peep it, because I haven't seen her in years either.
But a 15-year, 20 years ago, Shania Twain, I do not blame him one bit. But I'm sure he's just having good fun, bro. That was his girl. That was his crush. Everybody has those. Mine was and still is mine was and still is Holly Berry. So I definitely understand. I definitely understand. But I think at the end of the day, bro, they're just having fun. Just having a little fun or whatnot. So.
All right. So, well, obviously they're having fun, bro. This man's not. She's married. He's not about to go to.
Yeah.
Obviously, he got that energy where he could, if he wanted to, steal her from the fam, because he's a G.
Yeah, but he down there in South Florida, bro. 52-year-old Shania Twain. Come on, no. I get it, the whole childhood crush thing, but bro, you in South Florida, homie.
Buddy, that's where everyone goes to retire. That's all he's got around him, bro.
No, that ain't all what he got. I never been to Florida. Some of my people out there from the 305, let him know. I've never been to Florida. I'm looking forward to that when I do go. But from what I've seen and what I hear,
no. March.
Well, don't know. Hey.
Kind of leans in.
Hey, hey, bro. I'm not hating not one bit. She still looks very nice, but come on, 52, 53.
A glass of MILF is good for your bones, bro.
Hey, look. A 50, she looks very good for her age. She looks very good, period. But come on, you down there in South Florida, bro. I can just imagine. So, but we won't go there today. We won't go there. But like I said, 20 years ago, I definitely understand, and I feel him on that. But 53, bro, nah. 22-year-old kid, nah, bro.
Bro, what if he got some kind of what if he got that taste for the MILF, bro? I don't know what to say.
He might, he might. Hey, I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking him one bit, bro. Do your thing, man. But I just, him being down there in South Florida, I just don't get it. But hey, whatever floats your boat.
So, bro, we've been talking about the whole safety issue, specifically who's going to be the free safety heading into the season this year. And Adrian Colbert was working out with Seattle Seahawks safety Quandre Diggs and New England Patriots defensive back Adrian Phillips. So he's been putting in that work, bro. He's trying to become. They posted some videos on Instagram here of them working out. He's trying to put in that work, bro. And he's working with he's working with some decent talent out there, bro. So when you look at the free safety position, what do you think? Does it look like him?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think, I think once training camp comes, unless he just totally bombs out, I think Colbert could possibly be our starting free safety, bro. I think the coaching staff is high on his skill, his physical skill set. Obviously, the traits are there, bro. The speed, the athleticism, the physicality is there. He's still a young player. It's only his third year, bro. So he's a young player, young developmental player. And it's encouraging to see him working out with these other established players. Hopefully, a lot of what they have will rub off on him. And he's actually taking his craft seriously and he wants to get better. But I'm telling you, man, the kid, from an athletic standpoint, he's everything you want in a safety. And again, I keep telling, I'm not really that concerned about the safeties, bro, because I'm telling you, number one, the scheme, the deployment of so much man coverage, number one, and then two, the players that we have, that have the ability to shut pretty much any wide receiver down, at any point, during these games. So again, any safety that you have playing that perch, that single high role, and we talked about this the other day when Dante was here. I much respect to Dante, but I emphatically disagree on his assessment of our team. Their reads in terms of them reading the field and because of the presence of Xavier Howard and Byron Jones will be simplified dramatically. You know what I mean? Because of you don't have to worry about, for the most part, of them giving up any kind of plays deep. So really, his reads will be condensed to the middle part of the field, in my opinion. And again, the scheme, because we deploy so much man coverage and we prioritize so much man coverage. Again, so anybody they put, I'm not just saying you can just put anybody back there and they'll be fine. No, I'm not saying that at all. But you want a kid that's athletic, whenever he's able to track the football and wherever the quarterback distributes the football, you want him to have that ability to see it, diagnose, and have the athleticism to react quickly. And he has the physical traits. He's a very, very good athlete, much, much better athlete than what Bobby McCain is. So I think, to be honest with you, bro, unless Bobby McCain, improves and the main thing with Bobby McCain is that he's not dependable. He has durability issues. That's clear. I mean, we all know that. So I think Adrian Colbert, to be honest with you, could be the front runner moving into training camp as our starting free safety. So again, bro, it's good, encouraging to see him taking his craft serious, and he's working on his game, and he has a dedication, he has a desire to get better. And yeah, it's encouraging to see these videos. That's very encouraging. So I think he could be the front runner, though, to be honest with you. And Bobby McCain is expensive. They can cut him either way. I mean, I don't think they would gain much in terms of salary cap relief if they cut him. But if this kid is performing and again, they have him, they have McCain, they signed that kid from Dallas, okay? And also they brought Friedman, I think that's how you pronounce his name, from Cincinnati. And I know they're pretty much special teams guys, but they can fill in at free safety.
Talking about Fledgling?
From Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's a special teamer.
Yeah. So you have got, and again, we could see we could see Flores try to convert one of these cornerbacks to free safety. You know what I'm saying? So again, you see why and we know how they love to convert these cornerbacks to safeties because of the so much deployment of man coverage. Again, so the priority is always coverage. So, but Bobby McCain, I mean, I still think Adrian Colbert is a front runner, but you could see one of the other guys, surface and ascend to that starting role. But I just don't think it's that. Again, your Antoine Wingfields of the world, are they better prospects? Absolutely. Okay. But obviously our staff, they just didn't think that it was that big of and also Brandon Jones as well, who we selected in the third round. But obviously they didn't put safety, that hole at safety. They didn't think it was that glaring of a need, obviously, because they could have selected.
Well, we also heard heading into the draft, we heard for weeks that they wanted to make all of their picks.
Yeah. But they could have selected. They could have went out and obtained any safety they wanted. So obviously they didn't prioritize. They didn't think that was as big of a glaring hole as some of these other, draft people had thought, and us too. So again, the number one, the scheme. I fully anticipate us bringing the number one in terms of man principles being deployed. I think we will be number one in the NFL next year. It would be crazy not to when you have these guys that can, that can cover so well. So I just don't think it's that glaring of a hole, bro. You already have Eric Rowe there. Is Eric Rowe, Jamal Adams? Maybe not, but he played well in that role last year. Another year of development, another year of preparing his body to play a full season in that role. I think we could see, more production, increased production from him. So I just don't think that it's that big of a hole as you think, bro. I really don't feel that way. So, but we'll see how it unfolds. But I think Adrian Colbert could be that guy. Obviously, Flores, because they extended him. So obviously they think he's, he was worth a further investment, obviously. So I think barring anything like, him just totally bombing out and flaming out, kind of like what Cordrea Tankersley did a couple years ago, I think he could be we could be looking at our starting guy, bro. I really do. So we'll see.
So over the weekend, a little bit of a, shall we say, Instagram beef started. And
man, can we all just get along, bro?
Can we
all just get along?
Actually, Gilmore is the one who set it off.
Oh, really? Gilmore did?
Yeah, Gilmore is the one who set it off. Sorry, wrong one. Gilmore set it off with this tweet. Oh, no. Wow, I keep picking the same one. It was this tweet. Gilmore set it off with this, where he had an interception. And he basically said, ignore him and go get the ball 100. And so our boy DeVante, he decided that he was going to respond, and his response was a play on the same words, where, as I just want to show everyone this again, remember he said ignore him and go get the ball, and back came DeVante Parker, where he said ignore him and attack the football. And it shows him making a nice catch in front of Stephon Gilmore. And actually, someone responded to this. Obviously, it must have been a Patriots fan. And I want to show what Parker said to that person. So someone responded to that post that Parker just made. And they said, when you finally have your first good game against Gilmore out of 10 times. And DeVante Parker actually responded and said, nah, when you finally healthy, SHIT, different. So DeVante Parker out here letting Stephon Gilmore and his minions know what the deal is.
DeVante feeling himself a little bit, and he should. He has, it's justified a little bit in to be feeling himself a little bit. But he did get the best of him. I must have went back and watched that game minimum of 3 times, bro. And it was a thing of beauty to see DeVante the overall development in this game. It was impressive to see to be able to. I mean, I've never seen Stephon Gilmore dominated like that at any point since he's been in the National Football League. I mean, he just clearly. I mean, it's like. I mean, I've never seen a player dominate him like that, and we've all seen him match up.
Gilmore also deleted that tweet after this whole thing, and I'm pretty sure he tagged DeVante Parker in the tweet.
Well, it was a thing of beauty to see, bro. But he probably still, that had to rub him the wrong way. So he probably still stewing from that game from that last game in December. So he probably can't wait to get back on the field to match up against DeVante this year.
Well, and Dolphin Twitter has been reluctant, has been non-reluctant on Gilmore and Patriots fans with what Parker did to Gilmore this year, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if any analyst be calling him the best in the league, the Dolphin fans be coming by the troves, bro. And this is why, guys. Let's take him down memory lane, EM.
It was impressive to see, bro. It was impressive to see.
Let's take him down memory lane, bro, right in here, right now. Guys, enjoy the minute 54 we're about to bless you with.
Patrick down the sideline has a man open, and he's got him. DeVante Parker with the catch.
I think that was the second play of the game, I think.
looking to see if that's where he's going. And Parker is able to get down the sideline. It's not normal for a non-quarterback.
Same drive.
Fitzpatrick on the move and throws. He's complete to the near side of the field to Parker. Parker straight ahead. Inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. As Fitzpatrick starts from zone 25. And throws this one on the move. Across the 40 to the 43-yard line, DeVante Parker. From their own 17-yard line. Fitzpatrick. That pass is complete. 25 to DeVante Parker.
Tight coverage, too.
Believe in the system that Brian Flores has and how they want to implement. Fitzpatrick throwing a line open. It's Parker. DeVante Parker inside the 25.
Look at the strength of this guy, bro.
Standing, holds it about the 23 or 22 yard.
Gilmore was afraid. You saw when he beat him deep earlier. He was afraid. He started backing up.
This one's going to go deep.
Look, high point in the football.
High point, back shoulder, buddy.
Get down, little man. Get down, little man.
High point, back shoulder.
Get down, little man.
Where you at?
You're too small. You're too small.
Fitzpatrick looks the other way this time, and that's caught by
Ooh.
again. And
Gilmore literally hanging off him, bro.
Fitzpatrick throwing outside. That is caught by Parker. And Parker out of bounds inside
I mean,
the 10.
I don't know what to say.
You see, I mentioned Parker's, like if you go back and you watch the entire game, you'll see how he was able to and what I mentioned Parker's overall development in this game that we saw this year. Like a lot of people think the majority of his production came off of him, off of quote unquote 50-50 footballs. And that's totally, I've been saying that all year. That's totally incorrect. If you go back
look at how many of those were underneath routes where he got yards by muscle.
Exactly. Number one, look at how they deployed DeVante Parker. You see him on a boundary here. Okay, on this play.
Yeah, that was their first offensive play of the game.
Exactly. That was the first one. And pause it real quick. If you go back, see that play right there is what set the tone for this game.
Yeah, he just beat him with straight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stephon Gilmore tried to bully him at the line of scrimmage, and DeVante Parker was able to shed him off, and he was able to get deep on it. So now that put Stephon Gilmore as two things. Stephon Gilmore saw that he couldn't reroute him at the line of scrimmage, and also if he missed at the line of scrimmage, DeVante Parker had the speed to get by him. So that's what changed Stephon Gilmore's approach for the rest of this game. That's what set everything up, the tone for this game. And look at that. Go back and slow this one down as well. I think that might be the route that I think displays that development in Parker's game that I mentioned earlier. You can't see him?
It's broadcast footage, bro.
Oh, okay. My bad. But that route right there. But again, like I said, that initial route of what happened on the open play of the game set the tone for the rest of the Stephon Gilmore had to change his approach because he couldn't. And see, you wouldn't see DeVante Parker having this kind of production and dominating a player the caliber of Stephon Gilmore. You never would have seen this 2 to 3 years ago. You wouldn't have seen that. But you see, this past offseason in our strength and conditioning program improved his ability at the line of scrimmage where guys, if you want to try to bully him and play press man, you can't bully him anymore because he's too strong. He's more disciplined with his hand placement. And Parker has always, what people don't realize, how fast he is. He's a 4'4" guy at 6'3", 210 and 215 pounds. So he's got the speed to beat pretty much any cornerback deep, head up. But then you throw in now, here's where the development comes in. You see his game is more structured in terms of his route running, his ability to look how he sold the route stem. That's not the route. I'm sorry. That's not the one. But he's healthy now. Okay. He's stronger. And also you see the structure in terms of his ability to implement more of the route tree in his game. So we could be, I'm telling you, for him to have this kind of production in New England with all the stakes on the line for New England had to have this game. And for him to have this kind of production against a player the caliber of a Stephon Gilmore, I'm telling you, it's extremely impressive.
And I think his confidence.
I
want to hit people with some crazy stats too, how he ended the season. So with 16.2 yards per average per catch, DeVante Parker had more yards per catch than the 4 wide receivers chosen over him for the Pro Bowl. With 9 touchdowns, he had more touchdowns than all of them, and he had far more yards than Tyreek Hill. He had almost 300 yards more than Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Only 20 Dolphins players have gone over 1,000 yards, only 10 over 1,100. Parker ended up finishing, I believe he finished with the 12th most. He had just passed Brian Hartline's 2012 season. And the most ever is obviously Mark Clayton at 1,389 and 84. But I mean, when you look at what Ryan Fitzpatrick was doing, even when you put his numbers, you don't even want to use the tape. You just want to go to numbers. He was, especially in the back half of the season, he got snubbed for that Pro Bowl last year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
absolutely,
there is no doubt about it.
Yeah, he's complete. And the thing with Parker is can he stay healthy? If the kid stays healthy, and there's no reason for me to think that he won't maintain that level of dedication to his craft. Parker could be, we could see a repeat of even increased production, no matter who's coming back, Preston Williams or whoever, because he took that on his shoulders. He took that role. He said he put our team on his back the second half of the season last year. So
Simmons Fitz basically strapped the team on the offense on their back and said, "Follow us, guys."
Yeah, so his game. So I look for him to come out the gate this year. I look to see this version of DeVante Parker from out the gate this year. If we have a season, hopefully we'll have a season. But yeah, his game. I'm telling you, man. Again, we all saw flashes early on. 2-3 years ago, we saw flashes of his potential, and that's why, they were patient. Our staff, even like with Gase and Tannenbaum and they were patient with him because they were like, damn, this kid has unbelievable athletic ability. Even coming out of Louisville, bro, his athletic ability was never in question. It was his durability issues that were a major concern. But now that he's healthy, hopefully another year, because you've seen him, the video that you put up when he was working out with Dwayne Haskins, he's obviously put on weight, bro. This kid is like, his shoulders look wider, his arms look bigger. And again, that and the more, him able to implement more of the route tree in his game, bro. When all of that comes together, the health, the physical skill set, and the technical part of the game comes together, you have a all-pro type player. And, again, with Fitzpatrick I think with Fitzpatrick or Tua, with their ability to consistently make tight window throws and accurately distribute the football to him and others, I think we could see a big, big, big year if, we see improvement up front in our offensive line. They actually give Tua or Ryan Fitzpatrick more time to, let those deeper routes develop down the field, give them more time to allow those deeper routes down the field develop with Parker or whomever. But we're just talking about, Parker right now. But yeah, we could see even more production out of him this year, bro. And if that happens, that bodes well overall for the team. Because more than likely, if he's having an all-pro year and dominating like that, more than likely we're winning. So, but yeah, he's feeling himself a little bit, DeVante. But I just need to see more. I need to see more consistency out of him. I need to see another year. Stephon Gilmore has been doing it. He's been all-pro the last 4 years. So you got the better of him that day. You gave it to him. We all know that, and we applaud you for that. But I need to see another year, homie. Another year. I want to see consistency because I think the sky's the limit for his potential. So
everyone is saying apparently we got blacked out for a minute there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at the.
What happened?
Yeah, if you look at the comments right now, people are saying, I guess we got blacked out. Brian said, Phinside, the stream was unavailable for a moment. Don't know if you noticed. No, we didn't. I noticed Ricketic saying, what was that? Rhino saying, very weird. You guys saying, joking around if MILF is not allowed on YouTube. I guess they're wondering if we got copyright strike for showing that footage. So, but Infinite Trauma says, try not to show any more videos tonight. It's said for policy violations.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess that was broadcast footage. So that's what you have to be careful of. Major broadcast footage. It's different when you use all 22 footage.
The video got blacked out. Could they hear us? Or
I guess we were. I said, yeah, Ricketic saying, check it. Infinite Trauma, try not to show any more videos tonight. It's set for policy violations. Ricketic, it said suspended for policy violation.
Okay.
So I guess they saw that the YouTube, and then they saw the broadcast, and then they saw the NFL come at the end there. They probably thought we were showing some of the game or whatever, right? So you got to be careful. I guess we got to be careful. They said no, it was muted. We said we got muted. So Rhino, the clips you can use. So there's a couple of guys out there who do film analysis or whatever, and one of the problems they had with college prospects this year was they were getting copyright strike for using broadcast footage. And what the problem is, when you get to smaller schools, it's harder to find the all 22 footage. And what all 22 footage is, it's called all 22 because you see the all 22 players on the field, but it's also like from the goalpost footage. It's from the high point, so you see everyone, but it's also not broadcast footage. So the thing is, it's not the NFL that's copyright striking you when you use that kind of footage. It's CBS, ESPN, Fox, or whatever. That's who's hitting you. So that's what you have to look out for. So that's why you've seen a lot of film analysis people with smaller school prospects. It was harder for them to come out with film analysis on them because it's harder to get your hands on those types of all 22 footage. So that's basically how it works. So you just got to be kind of careful with that. So, and I'm sure we got enough haters out there because somehow we always end up with at least 6 or 7 dislikes. It's always the same numbers. So I'm sure one of them was probably quick to probably try and report us. Let's be honest with ourselves. So, but yeah, that's one of the things we're doing when we're going to be doing our film analysis this year, guys. We're going to be using all 22 footage. We're not going to be using broadcast footage, guys, just to avoid that kind of stuff. And like I said before, those are also going to be pre-recorded videos, guys. Those are not going to be done live. Maybe we'll premiere them live, and then there could be a live chat because it'll be a premiere. Because you can do premieres once you get past 1,000K. But yeah, those are going to be pre-recorded just so we can highlight things and show you the footage. But yeah,
sorry about that, gentlemen.
Sorry, guys. We're almost out of about an hour and 15 minutes. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
No, bro. Again, another one in the books, homie. Again, appreciate everybody coming out, all the love and support. Dedication. Hope everybody's out there safe and all this craziness going on. And y'all already know what it is, baby. You know what it is. See that? You see that? You know what it is, baby. All day, every day.
Yep, Rhino. Whatever haters gonna hate. You know why haters are gonna hate? Because someone's got to do it, bro. So, guys, at the end of the day, we'll be back on Wednesday. We've learned our lesson. We're not going to be using broadcast footage ever again. And if it is, it's going to be clipped so you don't see the broadcast bar at the bottom, so they can't even tell us that it's broadcast. Guys, we also made a decision on the 1K giveaway because last I checked, let me double check here. We are 101 subscribers away from 1K. We are at exactly 900 subscribers, guys. We are 100 subscribers away. So guess what we're going to be doing, guys? At 1K, we're giving away a Tua jersey. So stick around, guys. At 1K, we're going to drop the details and everything like that, and we are going to give away a Tua Tagovailoa jersey. And for all of y'all's sakes, I hope whoever wins it lives in the U.S. because I've had a Tua shirt sitting at the border since June 10th because they decided to ship a single piece out of a 3-piece order. So who knows when my actual jersey is going to get shipped. But the one shirt they did ship has been sitting at the border for like 11 days. So whoever wins this 1K giveaway, I hope for your sake you live in the U.S. because you'll get your jersey probably before me. But that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to do a Tua Tagovailoa jersey giveaway at 1K. It's going to be between this and Twitter. We're going to combine them. So, guys, stick around, share, share. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe because one of the prerequisites is you're going to have to be subscribed to the channel. If you'd like to donate to the channel, paypal.me/Phinside. But smash that like button. It helps us in the algorithm. It helps us out, get out there to fellow Fin fans, show up in the recommendation boxes. Again, subscribe if you haven't, if you want to be involved. But, yeah, we're going to be giving a Tua jersey away, guys. So it's going to be a good time. EM, anything else?
No, sir. No, sir. Another one in the books, homie.
Another
one in the books.
So, Josh, we'll be going live again Wednesday night. We'll be back, and then we will be back again for Friday. But Wednesday night, we'll be going live. Follow either me or the Phinside, the account on Twitter, because EM doesn't really post. He just sits there liking in the shadows. So follow me or follow Phinside. I usually give an update of what time we'll be going live if you want to stay up to date there. Because Rhino, Infinite Trauma, and those guys, they always retweet it so you guys can stay up to date there. But until next time, guys, Wednesday night, we'll be right back here again. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, get them to subscribe because the faster we get to 1K, the faster we can give one of you guys a Tua Tagovailoa jersey, guys. So until then, y'all already know what it is. It's Fins up all day, every guys. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and